Well, hello. This is Reverend Darren on Friday, June 22nd, June 21st, and we're going to be going live in 5 minutes for the Global Healing Activation. This is where we join together from all over the world to visualize and send our love to Mother Earth for global healing and for people's awakening. So we're starting in just 4 minutes now. So I welcome you to come back in 4 minutes or meditate with me for these next 4 minutes. We've been doing this every Friday now since last 2 summers ago, and it does have a difference. It really makes a difference when we join together with our love and our consciousness and our visualization. So if you want a simple way that you can be part of the healing of our planet, this is one of these ways. I'm now calling for a clearing of the space where each of us is, to make it completely safe and clear, calling in the transmuting violet flame to fill this space, golden light of the divine, the vortex moving through. And if you wish to do that for your space, that's up to you. It's very helpful. And putting out the magnetic call to the light workers all over the world to join together for global healing, starting in 2 minutes now. And if you see that image above my head, that's something that's an example of what you could visualize. Just seeing beautiful light around the earth, the Merkaba spinning around the earth. This is powerful, folks. This really works. This is something that unleashes the power within you to be a light worker, to actually make a difference on this planet. I know it's something so many of us wonder, how can I make a difference? Well, there's so many ways you can do that, and this is one of them. This is a very powerful way that works in the quantum realm. Starting in 2 minutes now. Also, for anybody who's joining us a minute or two early before the top of the hour, you can also make a request for personal healing or healing for somebody else while you're on this 15-minute transmission. There's unlimited healing power here. And you know where it comes from? It comes from the one place that all healing power comes from, and that's the divine. You might call it the Holy Spirit. You might call it Christ consciousness. Doesn't matter what you call it, but it exists and it's real and you can tap into it. Okay, starting in 1 minute now. Tuning to the quantum field. We do this each Friday and also every Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time. We have a 30-minute quantum healing meditation. And those are beautiful. Those are 30 minutes long. So you can come right back to this place again on Tuesday if you'd like to join us for that. Okay, we're now starting. It's 12 noon Pacific time. That would be 1 p.m. Mountain time, 2 p.m. Central time, and 3 p.m. Eastern time here in the US, and you can figure it if you're in another country. So welcome to all the people that are on the YouTube channel, that are on Facebook, that are on Instagram. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Dr. and Reverend Darren Starwynn, and it's my great honor to offer this each week, global healing activation, to bring light workers together. That's my passion in life, to bring light workers together so we empower each other, so we accelerate our awakening, so we claim our quantum healing abilities. Doesn't matter if you're a professional healer or you're doing it for yourself or your loved ones, this stuff works. I'm now going to turn on the slideshow, these beautiful images that will support what we're doing here. Start And I'm also going to turn on the chat because we really welcome your comments. Hello, Bob der Baby Meister. Welcome. So yes, when you put a comment in the chat, you're creating virtue. You're literally doing a service. You're saying, I'm here. I'm part of this. I'm committed to being part of global healing. And if you have a prayer, if you have a visualization, if you have a request for healing, you could put those into the chat. Now streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We're streaming live on my personal channels and also on the ones for Soul Search. Hello, Michelle. Welcome. Good to have you with us. Good to see you on the webinar last night. So let's start with our basic practices. I now command a purity blast. And what that is, it's a way that you invoke divine light to come streaming like a vortex through whatever the space that you're in to clear it, because you have the power to do that. It feels lighter and nicer after doing that. Hello, Deb. Welcome to us here. We are having one more webinar tomorrow morning, Saturday morning at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. That's called 3 Empowerments. It's a free webinar of how to activate and elevate your healing abilities, and also how to learn how to act as a conscious leader and how to manifest your visions. We'll be going over all that tomorrow in the webinar, and I'll give you information later how you can find that. Hello, Dennis. Blessings and light to all beings. Thank you for joining us once again. So now, a really valuable thing to do when you're dealing with all this electronic technology is to call your energy back into your body, because most of the time we are kind of dispersed, to tell you the truth. So if you just simply say, with authority, I now call all of my energy back into my body, and just really breathe in and feel that energy coming in, then it is so for you. You can see in this image, it looks like there's a beam of light coming into the top of my head. And you can visualize that for yourself, because that is truly there if you awaken to it. It's called the Antakarana Bridge. And it's literally a bridge of light between your crown chakra and the infinite source. That's who you really are on the highest level. And you can build this bridge by meditation, by visualization. We can do some of that right now. So now let's make sure we're grounded. Breathe in your energy from all directions, and then breathe it down into the earth. Here's the earth right here above me. Just imagine that some of your energy is going down through your feet and your root chakra into Mother Earth. Take a few breaths. And again, just train yourself to feel these things. These are not just ideas. You truly have the power to ground yourself into the earth and stabilize your emotions and your energy, and really be very hard to knock you off your path when you're grounded to the earth. You can see the beautiful light around our planet and the spinning Merkaba of light. Just visualize whatever your heart guides you to do for the healing of our planet, and choose loving presence. This is all about love, and all of the ugliness and distortions and pain and genocide on our planet is because people feel separate and cut off from love. And so it's our responsibility to embody love and to teach love to others, to help them to awaken to their own heart and soul, so they don't need to act out and polarize and these kind of things. And also to keep finding the parts in our own psyche that are that way, because that's a constant job also, as long as we're still in this world. So please take a few deep breaths. And we're now calling the light workers who are all over this planet, that are so many different kinds of light workers. Some of them work in social services, like my daughter is a social worker, works with people who are mentally ill and addicts. So she's a light worker in her own way. And And then some of us work directly with quantum energy. But here's a beautiful image of this pillar of light completely surrounding and filling the earth. This is a very powerful image. If you look at this and bring it into your own third eye, bring it into your own heart, and this spinning vortex around the earth, just imagine millions and millions and millions of light workers on some level, on a level of the soul, joining together now and amplifying that vision. And what you're seeing in this image is the central axis of your body, where all the chakras are. That's a very powerful place to meditate. So I invite you to visualize a ball of light above your head. And as you breathe in, that ball of light moves down through your crown chakra, the center of your head, throat, heart, solar plexus, navel, sacrum, root chakra, and down to the earth. And that ball of light just moves back and forth, up and down. And now, if anyone has this particular prayer you'd like this group to focus on, I welcome you to put that into the chat. And I'd like to now offer a prayer for all of the wild people affected and animals by the wildfires that are going on in many parts of the world, in many parts of the United States right now, in New Mexico and California. There are probably other places too. I haven't kept up with it. I know in Greece there's terrible fires going on, and many other areas. And so light workers have the power to command the elements when we are really in our truth. So let's imagine that beautiful blue cooling energy is coming to these places where these wildfires are and these really brutal heat waves that are happening in so many places. And to alleviate, to reduce the suffering. Right in the place where the worst wildfire is in New Mexico, a big rainstorm is happening, which is helping to put out the fires, although it's also potentially causing flooding. Let's visualize Mother Nature, these elementals, coming into balance and harmony on our planet to reduce the heat, reduce the wildfires, to help bring symmetry and harmony to our planet. Deborah wrote, "May the world be in peace and all be well." Thank you for that. I was watching part of the movie, the TV show The Chosen, which is about Jesus and his apostles. And there was one scene, which is of course famous, where he's out in a boat his disciples are in a boat, and a giant storm is happening that's threatening their lives. And Jesus walks across the water and says, "Peace, be still," and the storm just stops. And there's something else I'd like to quote from Jesus where he said, "What I have done, all men shall do, and greater." And of course, he wasn't just referring to people of the male persuasion. That kind of wording, he meant people. So he's basically saying that we have that power also, but we've forgotten about it. We haven't developed it in ourselves. So I sincerely believe that if enough light workers focus our love and vision together, we can reduce wildfires and heat waves and floods and earthquakes and things like that, because it's already happened. I've seen it happen. Many of us have. So I just join you in raising up I welcome you to join me in raising up your consciousness, just to imagine that we have this power. just see the climate moderating on our planet. And also human beings waking up to taking this seriously, our leaders, our politicians, our business people. If you can believe it, if you can see it, it starts being reality. I'm also requesting a prayer for the whole political election system of the United States of America this year, that what is truly for the greatest good of our democracy and for healing of our people, our divisions, for healing of our environment, and for bringing the things that have been hidden, that have been lies, that have been deception into the light of truth, that we take a step in that direction this year, whatever that really means. That we step back from the brink of insanity and destruction and polarization in our country. Now we only have a few minutes left, so if anyone else would like to post a prayer or a vision or a request in the chat, I welcome you to do that now. Or if you're not able to do that, you can just simply visualize it. Yes, this Merkaba, the spinning light body of the earth, just see it getting brighter, ascending the consciousness of our planet, because it is truly happening now. I am now visualizing coolness around Greece, around Los Angeles, New Mexico, Northern California, any other. There's so many places in the world that people are literally dying from the heat. People are on the pilgrimages in Saudi Arabia. Many have died from the heat. Just see the grace of God bringing just moderation of the climate in these areas. Candid Hope just said, can only echo what you just said, Darren, and thank you. Thank you for coming on and caring. Please tell other people about this broadcast. That happens every Friday. And we also have a quantum meditation every Tuesday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time. That's 30 minutes. That's open to anybody sincerely interested. And it'll also be live streamed here. And you can get on the email list if you'd like to get the email notifications or text notifications. I'll put my website. If you go to www.drstarwynn.com, there's a button at the top that says free guided meditations or free meditations. If you enter your information there, you will be put on the list to get notified of all these community events that we have, most of which are free of charge. and also about trainings I'm doing for light workers who want to be professional quantum healers. And Karina said, "Thank you for these healings that matter. We can make a difference if we come together." So true, Karina. Thank you for your love and steadfast support of being part of this work. Michelle said, "Thank you for holding these healings." Thank you. And Dennis, yes, courage. This is the time we all need to have a lot of courage because there's parts of our psyche that this is scary for many reasons. And yet, the courage in your heart is greater than any fear. Fear is really false evidence appearing real. It's good to be reminded of that. We're all going to die anyway at some point out of these bodies. And so while we're here, this is the time to make the most of this opportunity. Because if you're a light worker, which you are, or you wouldn't be here, there's a tremendous opportunity open to you now, especially when we come together. So anyway, thank you for everybody for coming on. We're now closing this. Have a wonderful weekend and just stay in love and stay in the light and accept yourself exactly as you are.